Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could be with me this Tuesday morning, August 2nd, 2022. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our mission is to make you a prosperous trader. And we do that by showing you how to trade with our proprietary, highly accurate trading indicators. And we supplement that with personalized one-on-one instruction, which we think is the most efficient and most effective way to learn currency trading, where you learn currency trading from someone who is already doing it well and who gives you the tools you need to do it successfully. So with that, we have a dozen different signals. The one I am going to use is something called the 10-point trade. And we are going to do it off of a 1-hour chart. So with that, let's get going. Let me find we need to listen to this guy.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendations to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
All right. One of the other great things about the program is that we do these live trades every day, multiple times a day. When you are a member, in addition to this trade, we do a trade at 10 a.m., which is usually a little scalp trade. At 6 p.m., we are doing a long-term trade. At 10 p.m., we are also doing another long-term trade. So multiple opportunities per day to trade with us. And again, we are always giving you feedback on improving your skills with continued training on Wednesday evenings and Saturday mornings. If you are in the light program, you get access to a scaled down schedule. I trade off of a checklist, kind of like a pilot's checklist. I turn my green charts on every day. I shut them down and turn them on so they have a fresh memory. That is a good habit to get into, and I always make sure my MetaTrader 4 is connected. Good habit every day is to review yesterday's trade. Last night we did take a trade that we got stopped out on, and I have taken a look at it. Here was the trade. Here was the trade. On the 10-point signal, unlike say, we've got some little scalp trades whereby the pips are predetermined. So, this is a 3-pip trade or this is a 5-pip trade. On the 10-point trade, it takes a little bit of skill in figuring out what the proper number of pips are to take for the trade. And yesterday, we went a little too far in terms of what we were taking. It's just that simple. We went trying to see where the spot was. I guess it's easier to see here. This is when we took the trade, and we took 11 pips, and that 11 pips went just outside of this top. And I had mentioned that I thought it was okay because it was within this wick over here. Had we stayed within the wick of the current candle, we would have gotten that trade. So the analysis was okay, but we just went for too many pips before it turned around. And that was I had mentioned we were trading in a down trend. And when you're trading in a downtrend, you should take less pips than you would. So we didn't go to the resistance line. We went short of the resistance line, but we should have kept it within the range of that last. We should have went for 9 pips instead of 11 pips, and then that cost us. So my bad. I thought about it, but I didn't. I should have just went with what was a little safer versus trying to get that extra pip or two. So, and actually, what caused me to want to get that extra pip or two is that we were paying 3 pips. There's a 3-pip spread on between the bid and the ask. So, with that, let's get into what's available for us today. This chart, the light 6 major, which we're going to start off on, is one of the standard layout charts. And what it's giving us is it's 6 different currency pairs all on a 1-hour candle. I am looking for situations. I start with the middle section of the chart, which is the majors and minors. I am looking for situations where we are oversold. That means the black and gray lines and the red and green lines are below the horizontal red line, or situations where the lines are above the horizontal blue line, which is the overbought line. And I want everybody pointing up, which is what I have here. So I'm oversold, which is 1 point. All the lines are pointing up, which is 2 points. And the green line is kind of crossed over the red, and the gray line is crossed over the black. So all 3. So that's 3 points. Ideally, I would like to see a little more steepness on the. Oh, you know what? Let me step back. We forgot one step. I got distracted here. So we did review yesterday. We want to see if there's any news announcements. As we are technical traders, we are trading strictly based on the price action, but price action isn't. We need to know what news events out there that might impact our trading. So we get those news events off of forexfactory.com. Let's just double check and see if there's anything coming up. And indeed, there is. There's something at 10 a.m. Forex Factory, again, let me step back. I'm jumping ahead here. There's 3 different categories of news. Yellow is low impact, orange is medium impact, and red is high impact. I don't want to be trading on high impact items, and I want to be out of the trade 2 hours beforehand. So that means any trade that we take, I'd want it closed before 8 a.m. Reason I want to be out of it 2 hours beforehand is because sometimes this news leaks out a little bit early. And when it does leak out a little bit early, it starts to skew the market. So I don't want to be involved in that skewing. Our indicators can't pick that up. So so we need to be careful on trades that we're going to take on the USD this morning. Later on tonight, New Zealand dollar has employment news coming out. Any trade that we would take this morning would be done by 6 p.m. or closed by 4 p.m. Usually on the 1 hour candle, we are looking for situations where we're expecting the trade to close within 1 to 3 hours. So I've got 3 points here on the Australian US dollar. When I have 3 points here, then I'm going to jump up to the top section of the chart, the TNTs, and we have, and I'm going to count how many of the TNTs are telling me buy. So the 2 orange lines are telling me buy. And the blue lines are inversely related. So when blue is going down, that means buy. So all 4 are telling me buy. And when I need at least 3 of the 4 telling me buy, so I've got all 4. When I have all 3 or 4 here, I'm going to jump down to the pressure. And I want the lines either going up or I want the green line on top. And I've got the green line on top, so that gives me a point. And in fact, the green line is diverging from the red line. It's moving away, so it's starting to roll. Soon it will be going up. So I have got 8 points here, 3 points here, 4 points here, 1 point here. When I have 4 points, I've found my setup. Now what I want to do is confirm my setup. And the way I'm going to confirm my setup is I am going to go to a full chart. So a full chart, I am going to look at multiple time periods of the same chart. So I'm going to change this from NZD to AUD USD. My only concern now is can we get this done before that news item? So AUD USD. So now I've got a 2-minute chart, a 30-minute chart, a 1 hour chart, a 2 hour chart, a 4 hour chart, and a day chart. And what I am interested in is do the 2 hour and the 4 hour chart support what I'm seeing here? This is what we were just looking at. And how I determine whether they support them is I want to see that we're oversold here, which we are, and that we're oversold here. Here, the minors have started to turn and the majors have started to turn on the 2 hour chart, and on the 4 hour chart, minors have turned, the majors haven't. So I'm not as interested that all the indicators have turned. I just want to see them as being oversold. If they are oversold, that gives me confidence that if I take this trade and say this signal weakens, we'll still catch it off the 2 hour or the 4 hour, but it'll just take longer to get to, or longer to happen. So I like this is confirming the setup for me. After I confirm the setup, I need to figure out what the trade is worth. And to do that, I want to look at the trend and the support and resistance. So I'm going to go over here. Let's save this so we can come back to it and go over here. And we'll make this AUD, USD. Wow. We had a big down. So support and resistance are spots where the candles naturally stop. So I want to see where those are, and I scrunch up my chart so I can get multiple data points to put that on. So you can see it stopped in here, stopped in here, stopped in here, stopped over here, over here, over here, over here. By knowing where these are going to set the limits of where I'm going to trade from. And on the euro dollar, on a 1 hour chart, these tend to be about 30 pips apart. So we got some stopping here. In this case, we are just about, we're at the 22 to 40, we're at 22 to kind of 49. So that is, that's about 30 pips, just under 30 pips. But you can see it stopped in here, stopped in here, stopped in here, over here, over here. Let's take one below. Stopped in here, over here, right in here, over here. All right. Now let's uncrunch it so we can see it a little better. And get it to current. In terms of a trend, there's some news event that caused this to come down like that. I don't know, really, I would call this a little bit of an uptrend. Although it's kind of wide. Let's see here. So this is a little bit wide, but we are trading into an uptrend, although it's not that strong an uptrend. Let's see what we've got for. Why does this keep going back? I want to know how much room we have from where we're at to where the resistance line is. So we've got about 24 pips up and 5 pips down. 24 pips up and 5 pips down. So we have plenty of room going up to that resistance line. One other thing I want to take a look at. This is a Fibonacci retracement. So we had a big down movement here. And Fibonacci is something in nature that is replicated in many, many, many things. Fibonacci was an Italian mathematician from, I don't know, maybe 400 years ago. And he discovered this sequence that seems to replicate itself in nature, whereby if you take 0 and 1 and add it together, that becomes 1. Then you take the next two numbers in the sequence, 1 and 1, add that together, that becomes 2. So then you take the 1 and 3, or the 1 and 2, and add that together, it becomes 3. You take the 2 and 3, add that together, it becomes 5. And this sequence is found in many, 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 many things in nature. And it kind of translates over into this. So on a retracement, usually when you have a big down move like this, it retraces back up to the 38% mark. So which takes us beyond this. So theoretically, we could take 24 pips and be okay. I think we can go ahead. Now, our only other issue is we've got this news event at 10 a.m. Normally, I might take this for 20 pips. But we have that news event. One, I would take more pips because we're trading into a trend that is consistent. 2, we've had the big down move. It looks like the down move has stopped and is stabilizing against this resistance line. So we could take it up here. The retracement is within the 38%. But my only issue is that we're trading within the news. You know what? I'm going to think about this for 5 minutes. I want to see if there's another trade that doesn't have the USD in it that we can find. But my inclination is that maybe we take it for 10 pips. So we take it for, we kind of pull it back and take it for less because we want to get it done before that news in 3 hours. But let's see if there's anything else real quick. So let me just save this. And go on over here. AUD JPY. So again, we've got 3 points here. Majors going up, minors going up. I've got the slope increasing on the green line. The only thing I don't like here is I'd like to see a greater slope on the green line. This is right now less than 45-degree angle. I'd like to see it greater than 45-degree. Again, all 4 of the TNTs are telling me buy. 2 orange lines going up, the 2 blue lines going down. And I've got green on top. It's very weak down pressure with green on top, so a point here. So AUD, JPY, but the issue here is it's nighttime in both of these markets. On the AUD, USD, AUD is nighttime, but USD is morning time. So we get that. And I like to have at least one of the pairs trading morning time. Again, because I want to get in and get out of the trade. The trade will happen faster if it's morning time in one of these markets. So this kind of supports what we were seeing over on the AUD USD. Here we've got the indicators diverging. Here the indicators aren't agreeing. One's up, one's down. Pound yen oversold. Everybody's going up, but I've got a kink in the line where we're going from more steep to less steep. I don't like this. So even though I've got I've got 8 points here, 3 here, 4 here, 2 oranges going up, 2 blues going down. And I have got weak down pressure with green on top. I don't like the kink in the line, so we will hold off on that. Euro Australian dollar. Euro Australian dollar. We got 3 points here. Oversold. Everybody's going down. Double cross. And I've got the kink in the line where the line is actually getting more steep on the green line here. 2 orange lines going down, dotted blue going up. So I've got 3 of the 4 here. I have up pressure, but I've got the red line on top and the lines are diverging. So I've got 7 points here. This might be a way to take advantage of that Australian, that big run in the Australian dollar, the euro dollar versus the dollar, Australian dollar. So let's actually take a look at this. So this is kind of maybe a backwards way of getting at that trade without having the USD involved, so that we can avoid that news. So euro AUD. All right, so confirming the trade, this confirmation is even stronger because here all the lines are pointing down. On the Euro USD, they weren't all pointing down. Here, they're all pointing down. So I like that. Let's save this. Let's take a look at the candles and see what we have. We got a couple minutes here. EUR AUD. Now the question is, where's the support and resistance? So this is the opposite down, and this is more of a clean down. It looks like it might have broke here. Let's just drop a little support and resistance on here. Come on. The question is, where's the support and resistance? Is it here? Let's assume it's there. I'm trying to go fast here. And what do we have? $90 pips, that's too much. That is too much. On a 1 hour chart. All right, so this makes more sense. Oh, come on, get out of here. Oh, come on. $30 pips up and 16 pips. And let's do our friend, Mr. Fibonacci, one more time. So that 38% retracement brings us right back to this line here. So that's 36 pips. And how much is it? Oh, sure, we're losing it. 10 pips. Let's take 20 pips, 20 pip trade on the Euro Australian dollar. So Euro Australian dollar. See if we've got them here. We don't have them here. So I'm going to go to File, New Chart, Euro Australian dollar. I'm going to just double check. EUR, AUD. I just want to double check the signal one more time before we take this. So hold on a second. I'm going to save this. And let's just double check that we still have the signal is good. Yeah, we're good. So we're going to go ahead and take a 20 pip sell on the Euro AUD. So I'm going to go to new order. My lot size is going to be a function of what's in my account, which is 6,500. This is a demo account, so 0.65. I'm not going to worry about the stop loss or the take profit right yet. I'm just going to do a market execution sell. And once the trade is recorded, I'm going to right click across it. I am going to go to modify. If I put 20 pips equals 200 points and click the little blue button here, it does the math for me. And we are going to use a 3-to-1 for a stop loss. So if I'm going for 20 pips, I am going to put a 60 pip stop loss. A 60 pip stop loss is 600 points. Again, I click the right copy as button. It does the math for me. Click the modify button and it drops the lines in. And I just want to make sure that everything is there. And it is. So we took a sell on the EUR AUD with a take profit of 1.47506. That's 1.47506, and a stop loss of 1.48303, and that was a 20 pip sell. Let's see if there's any questions. No questions. I would expect this to close within the next 3 hours. And we will see you again on Thursday morning. Thanks so much for being here. Our goal is to make you successful and prosperous traders. If you have any questions, follow up with whoever is coaching you or schedule an appointment with me at forexsmarttrade.com/schedule. And I am happy to go over it with you. Thanks so much. We will see you on Thursday. Bye-bye.